I'm an advocate for universal basic income and getting basic human needs met. I'm going to read something that I got from www.iask.ai. And I don't know if there's going to be enough room to post this on the description, but please take my word for it. I asked a question on AI because I get curious about groupthink in America and other first world countries and other countries and other societies on this planet that believe that everybody has to work to earn their living, earn their food and shelter and water and get their needs met and healthcare. And boy, if this keeps going, and I don't want to give the algorithm any ideas, but if this keeps going, we'll be charged for the air that we breathe. We have a lot of evil in us. Us humans have a lot of evil in us. We also have a lot of good in us. And I want to harness the good forces on this planet again and throw away the evil. Knock the evil out of power. I'm going to read the following, the answer. I asked a question. What do I say to the world, and what do I tell myself when I live in a world where I feel unsupported, feeling alone in a world that embraces harmful groupthink? This mindset is especially harmful in the United States. It can be deeply isolating to feel unsupported in a world where harmful groupthink, such as the idea that people must earn their right to exist or consume resources, is prevalent. When this idea is prevalent, it can be deeply isolating. It can be very unsupportive. This kind of societal narrative, often rooted in economic systems that prioritize productivity over human needs, can make individuals feel marginalized and undervalued. Let's break this down step by step to address your feelings of isolation and provide actionable ways to navigate the situation. I will try to remember to post the link to this AI website. It's awesome. Step 1, understand the origins of groupspeak. And I'll say groupspeak in America, especially other first world countries. The belief that people must work for it or earn their keep is not new. It stems from historical and cultural narratives tied to capitalism, industrialization, and utilitarianism. Look up those words: capitalism, industrialization, and utilitarianism. These systems often equate human worth with productivity, ignoring the inherent value of individuals simply as human beings. Historical context. During the Industrial Revolution, societal worth became tied to labor output. Those who couldn't work due to age, disability, or other reasons were often stigmatized as burdens. Modern context. Today, these ideas persist in discussions around welfare systems, unemployment benefits, and societal safety nets. Terms like welfare bums, welfare queens, or useless eaters are dehumanizing labels used by some groups to justify inequities or reinforce their own sense of superiority. Recognizing that these beliefs are socially constructed and not reflective in any universal truth can help you detach from them emotionally. Let me read that sentence again. This is very important. This might even save your life right now. Recognizing that these beliefs are socially constructed and not reflective in any universal truth can help you detach from them emotionally. Step 2, challenge the dominant narrative. When faced with pervasive groupthink, it's important to challenge these harmful ideas, both internally in your own mind and externally in conversations with others and dealing with our society. Internally, reaffirm your inherent worth. Human value is not contingent on productivity. You have intrinsic worth simply because you exist. This is supported by philosophical frameworks like humanism and ethical principles found in many cultures and religions. Yeah, Christianity comes to mind. It's Easter Sunday. Very appropriate. Let's have resilience here of this idea. Reject false dichotomies. Reject false dichotomies. The idea that people must either work hard or be labeled as useless is a false dichotomy. Life circumstances vary widely. Health issues, caregiving responsibilities, systemic barriers, and no one fits neatly into such simplistic categories. Whew. I'm going to read that again. The idea that people must either work hard or be labeled as useless is a false dichotomy. Life circumstances vary widely. Health issues, caregiving responsibilities, systemic barriers, and no one fits neatly into such simplistic categories. Yeah, I'm thinking about utilitarianism again. Externally. Now, this is how we can deal with it externally. Engage thoughtfully. If you encounter someone expressing their views, consider responding with empathy and also facts. Example, response. I understand where you're coming from, but not everyone has the same opportunity or ability. Shouldn't we value people for more than just their economic output? Share stories, and I'll share mine, and you can feel free to share yours. Personal stories can be powerful tools for breaking down stereotypes. Sharing your experience or amplifying those of others can help humanize issues often reduced to abstract debates. Step 3, seek out supportive communities. And I hope I can start one just by doing this initiative here. I feel like I'm doing an initiative here. Feeling unsupported can exacerbate feelings of isolation. To counteract this, find like-minded people. You know, you can look elsewhere. You can look around or watch my channel. We can have discussions. But let's learn how to be respectful. That's the whole idea here, learning to be respectful in one another as a world. Find like-minded people. Look for communities that share values of compassion and inclusivity. My mesh process, my forum board is inclusive. Online forums focused on mental health advocacy, such as mine and others, mental health ethics and social health. Other social media of your choice or forum boards. There are a couple, Reddit Depression, Reddit Kind Voice, Quora, Reddit, whatever. Watch out for the trolls. They're out there. Don't let them get to you. Don't let them bully you. Local support groups for individuals navigating similar challenges. Well, if you can't find one, maybe we can start some. I'm not sure what to call it yet, but something where we might campaign politically, socially, where we might just have support groups discussing how this affects us personally, feeling unsupported, feeling shamed and stigmatized for not working. Local support groups, activist organizations advocating for social justice and equity, and universal basic income is one that I want to support. I vote for the Green Party. I voted for Jill Stein in 2024, and I don't care if she won or not. She ran. That's no excuse that third parties don't win. I don't believe that. Build relationships based on shared values. Surround yourself with people who see your worth beyond societal labels. I hope I can start something here. I'm not the only one. There are millions of people, thousands, millions of people in the United States and other first world countries that, and other countries, I'll be inclusive, that probably get shamed because they can't work for a living, or they're not able to, or they're, for some reason, for whatever reason, or if they're not making enough money if they are working, and they're shamed for it. We're judged by we're judged by our money, how much money we make. Volunteer or participate in activities where kindness and mutual support are prioritized. Community gardens, food banks, leverage professional support. It's a little hard to get professional support because a lot of professionals, claim they have to pay the rent, but very often we can't even afford our rent, let alone pay for therapy. But if feelings of isolation persist despite efforts to connect with others, find a professional, find somebody with a sliding scale, that their lowest is 0. I have a lot of knowledge of mental health, but I'm not a therapist. I'm not a trained professional, but I do have a lot of knowledge. And when given a chance and treated respectfully, I can probably provide some support myself. But I'm just one person, and we have to work together. Also, incidentally, if you're feeling unsafe, call 988 or search crisis help in my country. Step 4, reframe loneliness as an opportunity. While loneliness and isolation, alienation is painful, it can also be an opportunity for self-discovery and growth. Reflect on your values, and you've got them. Use this time to explore what truly matters to you. My phone is talking to me. Shut up, phone. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a close friend facing similar struggles. Many of us don't have a close friend, but would you treat another person the same way? And if you do, examine yourself, please. We're trying to lose this attitude. Advocate for systemic change. If you're feeling overwhelmed by societal attitudes that devalue certain groups of people, consider channeling your frustration into advocacy. Educate others, share information about systemic inequality and the importance of compassion-based policies. Support policy changes. A suggestion, advocate for initiatives like UBI, Universal Basic Income, which decouples survival from employment status. 6, amplify marginalized voices. Use your platform, no matter how small, to highlight stories that challenge harmful stereotypes. I searched Universal Basic Income on Rumble, and I only found one result, and that channel only had 1 follower. Wow, we need to build this up. And I think they were talking about it in Canada, which is awesome, but how about having it in the United States and other first world countries? By contributing to broader change, even in small ways, you can find purpose and connection while working toward a more inclusive world. A more inclusive world. Step 6. Now this one hit me the hardest. Thank you, AI. Accept that not everyone will understand. And I will accept right this very minute that not everybody here will understand. And I cannot convince you. If you don't understand or if you don't agree with me, I'll let you disagree. You're free to disagree with me in this. But please go elsewhere. And maybe I would encourage you to examine why you don't, or why you don't want to. It's important to acknowledge that some people may never change their views due to deeply ingrained biases or fear-based thinking. Yeah, examine that. If you're listening to this and you're going, either get off my channel or think about this some more. Think about why you're having trouble with this. This can be disheartening. Focus on those who do understand or are open to understanding. Remember that your worth is not determined by others' opinions. As Viktor Frankl wrote in Man's Search for Meaning, even in the face of widespread suffering or misunderstanding, individuals have the power to choose their response and find meaning through resilience. Final thoughts. You are not alone in feeling unsupported within a society dominated by harmful groupthink. Many others share your struggle, and there are communities working tirelessly toward greater compassion and equity. By challenging negative narratives internally and externally while seeking out supportive relationships and opportunities for growth, you can reclaim your sense of belonging and purpose. Remember this fundamental truth. Your existence has value not because of what you produce, but because you are a human. Authoritative sources. I hope I can paste this into the description. I'll try. There might not be enough room. I'll do my best. Authoritative sources: Industrial Revolution in Labor History, history.com. Stigma Around Welfare Systems, Brookings Institution. Humanism Philosophy Overview, Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Benefits of Therapy, American Psychological Association. Self-Compassion Research, Dr. Kristen Neff, Universal Basic Income Advocacy. Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, Goodreads Summary. Disclaimer on my forum board. I am not a mental health provider. My interest in mental health is personal. And I did paste what AI said, what I just read. I pasted it onto my forum board. My forum board is mentalwellness.boardhost.com. And if you get a search, you might get a search page when you get that. But I'll instruct the full https://mentalwellness.boardhost.com. I'll see if I can paste that as well. I'll do my best to give the information on the description of this video. Thank you for listening.